Hey there, it's Christy from SavingDollarsAndCents.com, and I wanted to come and show you today a really simple way that you can make your own homemade pumpkin puree in just a few minutes. It's super fast, super easy, and all you're going to need is a couple of these pie pumpkins, which I have been picking up from my local grocery store for 99 cents a piece. So you need a couple pie pumpkins and an Instant Pot. And that's it, and a little bit of water. So I actually already have one cooking, or it's finished cooking actually, in my Instant Pot over here. Let me see if I can adjust this. Hopefully I don't make a mistake here. Okay, so I have one cooking in my Instant Pot right now, and I was just getting ready to take it out. And so then what I like to do is make up a bunch of my own pumpkin puree instead of having to buy it at the grocery store. And also, I don't know if you guys caught that post last week where we learned that the pumpkin inside those cans of pumpkin isn't pumpkin at all. It's actually a variety of other squashes, which is, you know, not that big of a deal because honestly, pumpkin is just another type of squash. But if I'm buying a can and it says 100% pumpkin on it, I kind of expect to find at least some pumpkin inside the can. But I don't have to worry about that because I make my own, and I'm going to show you really quick how I do it. So first I'll show you what I do. I'm going to do it kind of backwards. I'm going to show you what I do with the pumpkin after I take it out of the Instant Pot, how I process it and store it in just a couple minutes. And then after I finish that, I will show you how I take a brand new pumpkin and put it in the Instant Pot to prepare for pumpkin puree. So my pumpkin in this pot has already been in here, and it was cooking for, I just want to double check the time, 13 minutes. And if you want, you can go over to the website, SavingDollarsAndCents.com, and we have the recipe for how to make pumpkin puree in your Instant Pot right over there. When I finish this video, I will add the link to the description so that you can easily find it that way as well. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my Instant Pot. And inside, I don't know if you guys can see, is my pumpkin. So I'll try to, maybe I'll try to tilt it a little. So can you see that? All right, so I'm gonna pull the pumpkin out. It's hot, so you're gonna wanna use pot holders, or I'm just using 2 dishcloths actually. I'm gonna go ahead and reach in there and pull it out. It's on the trivet, so that makes it very easy. And I'm gonna set it on my plate here. Then I'm going to go ahead and just move my Instant Pot aside for now, because I'm not going to be using that for a minute. Okay, rearrange a little bit. So I have my Instant Pot here, or my Instant Pot. I have my pumpkin out of my Instant Pot right here. And the next thing that I'm going to do is so it is hot to touch, so you're going to want to be careful. It's mushy. You can tell when I push on it, it's all mushy inside there, so it's definitely done. I just want to double check that. I'm going to see if I can just kind of roll it off of here. Okay, and it is just falling apart, so it is definitely done. So I'm going to use this spoon to just sort of break it open, because what we want to do is pull the skin off so that all that we have left is the pumpkin inside. So this is going to take a little bit of work, but it's nice to know that you can make these very easy. These pumpkins cost 99 cents at the grocery store. That's my dog trying to get to my husband. So they're very inexpensive to buy. And there we go. I'm going to grab some of that off of there. Okay, so then I'm just going to go ahead and grab the pumpkin out of here. I'm going to make sure to avoid any of the pumpkin seeds, and I'm going to put it inside of my blender. Let me move this over. This might end up being a messy little project, but I just thought everybody would really like to see how I do it. So, because it's super easy to do yourself. I'm going to plug in my blenders just so I'm ready. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just keep grabbing some of the pumpkin and putting it inside my blender. And setting aside all of the skin as I go. And I'm gonna avoid putting any of the seeds or the stringy stuff from the middle. So you're really just grabbing the outside of the pumpkin. And then I've been meaning to do this for a couple weeks. I actually bought my pumpkins a couple weeks ago, but I've been so busy, I haven't had the time. And then today we're definitely wanting some pumpkin desserts. So I'm gonna make some pumpkin bread after this. And so that kind of got me moving to get this project done, because it is a little messy and it is it is a little bit of work, but you just want to make sure that you're not getting any of the seeds. And you can save the seeds just like when you do a jack-o'-lantern, and you can cook the seeds later on as a treat, which is what I'm going to do. And that'll be pretty good. All right. Let's see. Got a little bit more here on this side of the pumpkin. Like I said, you just want to kind of move the seeds out of the, I should have had another bowl that I could put them in easily just to get them out of the way, but I didn't grab a bowl, so. I mean, this is practically already pumpkin puree. I'm going to put it in the blender and just kind of give it a little bit of a mix just to get make the consistency a bit smoother. But it could probably just go ahead and be used right away if you didn't want to do that, but I'm going to. And then what I like to do once it's all done, being blended and smoothed out, is I like to put it into, you can stick it in your fridge for a few days if you plan on using it, but I like to put it in freezer bags and stick it in the freezer. And then one of those 15-ounce cans of pumpkin that you could buy at the store, it has about 2 cups. It's like a little shy of 2 cups of pumpkin puree in it. So what I like to do is I like to put these into freezer bags in the freezer in 1 cup increments, because most recipes tend to call for one of those small cans, which is the same as about 2 cups of this, or one of the large cans. And the large cans are the 29-ounce cans. Those have about 3.5 cups of pumpkin puree. So I just think I saw skin in there. I don't want to get that, but so I'm almost done, I think. Just trying to get as much of this as I can. And I would probably spend a little more time doing this, but I don't want to waste your time while you're just watching me. I think this is pretty good though. Oh, here's some more I want to grab. Note to self, next time have an extra bowl that you can put your seeds in to get them out of the way, because that would have definitely helped on this video. We're gonna get those out of there. And then this little bit here. And I will probably do, I think I have 4 of these pie pumpkins. So I'm probably gonna, I have them outside with my decorations right now, but I'll probably bring them all in and just do them all up real quick today. And then I'll have all the pumpkin puree that I need for the year, or for the season, for the fall season. Okay, so now I have my pumpkin puree in my blender here, and I'm gonna put the lid on. Where did I put that? And make sure it's on all the way. And then I'm gonna hit there's actually a puree button on my blender, but anything that will just mix it up, that's all you're trying to do. So we're gonna turn this on. Oh, it's not working very well, hold on. I'm gonna push it down in there a little bit. I hope I remembered to put, I did, okay. Try that again. Okay, let's see. skin in there. I want to pull that out. So this is actually pretty good. Let me see. I'm just going to give it one more quick turn here. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm stirring it a little. Okay, so let me just push this back up because I want to look at you, not watch you. Shush. Okay, so then what I would do is I would just take, usually I would use this size bag and put a cup into each bag. Unfortunately, these are not freezer bags, so I'm going to go ahead and just put it all into this bag because I'm actually going to use this tonight. I'm gonna make some pumpkin bread and see what else I can get out of here. But if you were going to, just to show you what I do, so I would just go ahead and I use a 1/2 cup measuring cup, and I would just fill it. And you can put it in whatever measurements you want. This is just how I like to do it. And then it's easy to grab it out of the freezer. It's a 1 cup bag. I know that there is 1 cup in there, and most recipes call, like I said, most recipes are gonna call for about 2 cups. And so it's really easy to just grab them out of the freezer when they're in 1 cup section. I'm sorry, I'm super distracted right now because my dog is, I don't know if you can hear her, but she is trying really hard to get my attention. Yeah. Somehow she ended up bringing a ball inside the house, which we don't usually allow because she gets like demanding when she has a ball in the house and she wants you to play with her. So that's what she's doing here by my feet. And it's completely distracting me. Where did my spoon go? Oh, see. Okay, so there we are. I have 1 cup in this bag. I'm just gonna push it all down in there. And actually gonna try to get all of the air out. So what I do is I push all of the pumpkin down to the bottom, and then I'll just kind of roll the bag until it gets to the top here, and then seal it. And ideally this would be a freezer bag, and I would make a couple bags of these. As you can see, I still probably have enough for 1 or 2 more bags of puree out of this 1 pumpkin. And then I'm gonna stick them in the freezer, and anytime that I'm feeling like making pumpkin bread or pumpkin roll or pumpkin pancakes or pumpkin squares or pumpkin whatever, I know I'll have a bunch of these in the freezer ready to go. And like I said earlier, these pumpkins are on sale almost everywhere right now, so this is the time to do it. I will pick up, I have 4 outside, I think, with my decorations that I'm going to bring in today, and I'm going to process all of those. But I'm going to pick up a bunch more because you want to grab them while they're on sale, and then you'll have them in the freezer for all season, or really all through winter. We like to make pumpkin bread like all the time during the winter. So the next thing I want to do, I'm just going to go ahead and set this aside and finish this once I finish this video, because I want to show you how to cook the pumpkin in the Instant Pot. So let me just move this out of the way real quick. This is what I'm left over with. So those seeds are going to get washed and put on a cookie sheet, and I'm going to sprinkle them with some really good seasoning, maybe some sort of like spicy Cajun, and garlic and salt and pepper, and I'm going to stick them in the oven for a nice treat later on this evening. So I'm going to set these over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and move my Instant Pot back over. So I don't need the blender right now, but I do need the Instant Pot. So I'm going to go ahead and move this down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So, and plug it in. Okay, so here's my Instant Pot. Let's see, can you see that very well? All right, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and put the trivet inside the Instant Pot. And then I'm going to put my pumpkin in the Instant Pot. You guys, this is so super incredibly easy. Don't be intimidated by the Instant Pot, it's awesome. But the main thing you want to be careful of with your pumpkin that you're going to put in here, you want it to be a pie pumpkin, of course, but the biggest concern is the stem, because you want to make sure that it's not too long that you won't be able to put your lid on the Instant Pot. So on the one that I did earlier, I actually had to take a knife and sort of like cut it down a little bit. It wasn't too bad. So, but I think next time I would personally look for pie pumpkins that didn't have a stem or the stems were really, really low. I usually pick pumpkins that have a bit of a stem because I like the way they look for decorating. But in this instance, when you're going to cook in your Instant Pot with it, you want to make sure the stem is low. So here's your pie pumpkin. The trivet's in there. I'm gonna, the last thing I want, this is important, a cup of water. That's it. That's gonna help with the cooking and creating the pressure, which is how this cooks. So you're gonna take your pumpkin, stick it on top of the trivet, and then hopefully this closes. I checked earlier and it did, so I should be okay. So you're gonna close it. You're gonna make sure that the nozzle thing, I don't know what it's really called, back here, this thing, is set to sealing and not venting. And when this is cooking, I'm gonna lift this up a little bit. I feel like okay. So while it's cooking, you wanna allow the steam to naturally release. So that's really the only other thing that you need to know. We're gonna go ahead and press, I'm gonna move you down again, this pressure cook, that's what mine says. Yours probably says the same thing. So we're gonna go ahead and press that, and then I'm gonna turn it on to 13. And that is it. So I'm gonna let this cook. I'm going to just wait for it to finish cooking, wait for it to release the steam, and then that is it. Like, it's doing all the work itself right now. I'm gonna set it aside. I'm gonna finish blending up the rest of my puree. Well, it is blended. I'm gonna finish bagging it up, actually, is what I should say. And so I hope this was really helpful. I hope that you will feel confident to do this yourself. It is so easy. Once I learned how to make my own pumpkin puree, I have never bought the canned stuff since. It is economical. It's super inexpensive. You can make a bunch from one pumpkin. And I just like knowing that what my ingredient is just pumpkin. I don't need anything else added. And I like knowing that when I buy pumpkin, or when I have pumpkin, it actually is pumpkin. So, yeah, that's it. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope your weekend was really wonderful. If you have a favorite pumpkin recipe, I would love to hear it in the comments. I am always looking for new recipes. Today, I'm actually just making a regular, simple, super, super easy pumpkin bread. The recipe is over on savingdollarsandcents.com if you are interested in trying this recipe out yourself, but I'm telling you, it is so easy. And that is one of the things that I love about recipes, is when they are easy. It makes it a lot more fun to make those meals. So, yeah, that's it. I'm off to make this easy pumpkin bread right now. So have a great rest of your weekend. It's getting later in the day now. What time is it? It is almost 6 o'clock here. We have been, we had a friend bless us with a hot tub, so that's what we've been working on all day today. Cleaning it, getting it set up, making sure it's ready to go in. So I'm gonna go and make this pumpkin bread, and I hope you guys have a great day. I will be back again soon. All right, bye.